Hello, it's ZachStar, and I'm back from watching episode 6 of Disventure Camp, season 5, Fans vs. Favorites, where by now, I should know to expect the unexpected. I truly had no idea who would get eliminated in episode 6, but the contestant who did end up going home was one I least expected to. The episode begins with the favorites after Alex's elimination. Everyone was happy to see him go and was thankful for Anastasia creating the tie. Although, Natalia still has a gripe against Anastasia. Can she for real just get over it already? Anastasia is obviously over it, and Natalia is just creating problems for everyone. Anyway, Natalia is also mad with Spencer and Bruno, which makes sense considering they lied to her face. Anastasia is now gaining popularity with their favorites team. Gabby ends up fighting Anastasia painting in a cave, and they decide to become buddy-buddy. Moving on to the other side of things, the fans aren't looking too good. Aiden makes zero progress trying to get closer with Evie, which isn't really a surprise. Finn, Ara, and Olivia are just annoying, with Olivia still retaining her kink to be liked by everyone, even if that just means doing Finn's bidding for the time being. Unfortunately, the best 3 fans are nowhere to be seen in the first half of the episode, so we end up getting 0 screen time for Dunya, Ren, and Nura. But this already takes us into our challenge for the episode, which I was surprised to see the location from season 4, the Stawaki Carnival. The challenge had the contestants randomly paired up into groups of 3, searching for keys throughout the carnival. Once a group of 3 gets their key, they will need to ride one of the carnival rides. After they do this, they can return to the start to complete the challenge, and whoever's entire team arrives first wins the challenge. The favorites again needed 2 contestants to sit out, and with Tom getting too much screen time last episode, he decides to sit out. Once again, Benji jumps on the opportunity to sit out, even though he'd have a clear advantage in the challenge considering he's one of the 4 season 4 characters. I don't know why Benji has been fumbling so much lately, but he's got to lock in if he wants to make it further into this game. To give a quick summary of what happens during the challenge, it starts with Spencer belittling Bruno and Lake not tolerating Spencer's behavior. This has Lake sticking up for Bruno throughout the challenge. Rosa and Natalia are playing house with Fiore, treating her like the child she is and picking her up while they run. I actually thought this part was pretty funny, but Fiore definitely thought otherwise. Fiore then reveals that she has a plan to become allies with Natalia and ends up giving her a deal of a lifetime. If Natalia can use her PR skills to help Fiore gain more allies and stay under the radar, Fiore promises to vote for whoever Natalia says. Who knows if Fiore will keep her word, but either way, I still think this is a smart move for both of them to team up. For the fans, Olivia, Evie, and Finn accomplished nothing as expected, with Olivia actively sabotaging her team, helping the other team win the challenge. We also find out that Ren was in the circus, which just makes me like their character even more. It really explains a lot for his character considering they have insane jumping and climbing abilities. Jumping back to Bruno, he gave a little too much information to Sam once he was buttered up. Sam was talking nice with Bruno and asked about Alex's elimination, which Bruno then reveals to Sam that Alec used an advantage. Spencer catches on to what Sam was trying to do, but at this point it's too late. Sam now knows Evie doesn't have an advantage, and trust me, I have a lot to say about Sam in this video, which will all come in due time. Moving on to the end of the challenge, the favorites end up winning all because of Olivia actively throwing the game. This sends the fans to elimination with an easy choice to make. Finn airs out to the entire team that Olivia threw the challenge, which should make this vote a no-brainer, until Finn starts to completely belittle Olivia and laugh directly in her face. This makes Olivia run away crying, which was seen by the entirety of the fans team. This whole situation doesn't sit right with Ren, making him ultimately decide to tell his alliance to vote for Finn. Ren then goes to Sam to ask for his vote against Finn, but Sam declines, not wanting to go against his alliance. Without the votes needed to eliminate Finn, Ren makes the difficult choice to use their idol to protect Olivia. With all the votes for Olivia not counting, this ends up getting Finn the most votes, getting Finn eliminated from the game. Ren knows this wasn't the smartest choice to make, acknowledging that Aiden would have been the better vote considering he's the leader of that alliance, but Ren's sense of justice took over, leading him to decide on Finn's elimination. This really surprised me. I didn't think Finn would be going home anytime soon, and I honestly thought he would have made it pretty late into the game. Alas, sometimes that's just how the Disventure Camp cookie crumbles. But there is one more important thing I want to talk about in this episode, and that's Sam's insanely big brain play. First off, Sam now knows Evie doesn't have an advantage after he learned this from Bruno. Sam also knew that Ren had an idol. Sam then got Ren thinking that he wasn't going to help with the vote against Finn. This was a super strategic move because either way, Sam could vote with Ren and end up on the side who has an idol and also the majority. Or in this case, Sam got Ren to waste his idol, but also still got to act innocent and swap to Ren's stronger alliance, keeping Sam consistently in the majority either way. I can't wait to see how Sam's character further develops. Anyway, it's now time to talk about my predictions for episode 7. To determine my loser pick for episode 7, I'm going with the realistic conclusion that the favorites need to lose the next episode. We can't keep having multiple favorites sit out every challenge. We might as well have some of them go home. This episode we had 2 contestants sit out, meaning episode 7 we will need 3 favorites to sit out. And I really don't think that number is going to get to 4 contestants, meaning the next elimination must be from the favorites team. And I do have a hypothesis, although not a strong one. Last time, they went very generic, getting rid of a character that none of the fans really like, being Alec. I believe they are going to follow this process again, having the vote landing on Spencer. My reasoning behind this is the favorites team overall distaste towards Spencer. It was shown in this episode with him being overly rude to Bruno and Lake having to defend him. With everyone on the favorites team being buddy-buddy, this leaves Spencer as the odd one out. Also, Anastasia is becoming closer with Gabby, and she helps save Tom from elimination. In my opinion, for these reasons, she is in a very safe position on the team, and I don't think she will be eliminated anytime soon. So even though Natalia has an extra vote in Fiore, I don't think she will get enough backing to make a play like getting Anastasia eliminated. That's why I think all the votes will just end up going to Spencer, considering Bruno probably won't help him out anymore now that he has Lake. So for those reasons, I'm predicting that Spencer will be eliminated in episode 7 of Disventure Camp, season 5, fans versus favorites. I know you all are going to be shocked by this decision, but I gotta stick with Dunya as my winner pick. Now that Ren wasted his idol, he's definitely at risk of being eliminated in the far future. Also, Sam is now on the same side as Dunya and Ren, so this gives Sam a chance to better learn their weaknesses so he can exploit them in the future. Sam will probably plot to get Ren eliminated in the future, seeing that he's one of the biggest threats in the game. Anyway, Dunya didn't really get much screen time this episode, but I have no reason to change my vote. Hopefully she gains some more allies to help back her up even more in the future. I could see this being Olivia if she stops sabotaging her own team. Anyway, I'm again locking in Dunya as my winner of episode 7 of Disventure Camp, season 5, fans versus favorites. That is all for this episode. I'm excited to see if Spencer will actually get eliminated next episode and what evil plans Sam will cook up in the future. But with that, I will see all of you after episode 7 of Disventure Camp, fans versus favorites. ZachStar out.
Hey, it's ZachStar. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time.